I was just like, fucking.
No,
I was like, this is the one.
No, God, no.
I can do that, dude. I can do that, dude.
Personally, why I love metal. It is one of the most impressive and most difficult genres to play correctly.
Yeah.
Incredible. Closed off from the world, having no human interaction whatsoever. I've been pissed on 3 times.
Take that part out.
All right, take the part out.
If you want to be fancy, hold your pinky up like this.
I feel like you're back in Italy. Or Sicily?
I went all over Italy.
That's amazing, man.
All over Italy.
I know, I saw that. So, hey guys, I have Tiago Fernandez, formerly known as, well, either it could be formally or not formally known as, if you recognize him, he used to be my vocalist for Elyzian. I know, formerly known as Tiago. Yeah, I sometimes I struggle between wanting to do traditional introductories,
Sure,
or just avoid it all and just be normal. So
no,
there's 2 ways to do it.
You need a little introduction.
Yeah,
you need a little introduction because some people, fun enough, actually. I think about like 2 weeks ago, while working at my restaurant, some lady said, "Are you Tiago?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, I recognize you as the lead singer for Elyzian. Like,
cool.
Oh, that's great. Who did you know? She knew the bassist for one band that I do not remember. I cannot remember.
Bassist?
No. This is what it was. It was your old bassist before
Taylor.
Sparky. Yes.
Taylor.
This was his wife.
Jody.
Yes.
White lady.
Yes. Kind
Yeah.
of short, long black hair.
Yeah.
That was her. She
That's cool.
She recognized me out of the blue. I had no idea who the hell she was, and yeah, it's so much fun how that just happens.
Yeah,
It's just fun.
Yeah, back when I was in Tucson, I would get those things, and it would make me feel so good. I was like,
So good.
man, it's like all that time and effort was worth it.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to dive right into it, I guess.
Yeah.
There's really no structure to this podcast, as you guys heard once before in the previous episodes. But with this episode, nothing has changed. Nothing's different, only for the fact that I haven't seen him, we believe, 2 years? Are we assuming 2 years?
I think, close. Yeah, 2 years. After COVID, 2 years, because in the middle of that, we were still doing our stuff. And then, it kind of just dissipated.
I know, it's just so sucky. Because I was so passionate about the new songs, dude.
I know.
That's, okay, this is what I'm planning on doing with this song. With this episode. I do want to bring up Attrition and A Better Day, so I can impose it on this episode, because not only do your vocals shine, in my opinion, the best on those songs, they're also not released, so I won't get copywritten for this episode on any of the platforms. So after this episode's release, I'll probably wait about 3 weeks to a month.
Do you have the mastered for Attrition? I can't find it anywhere. I fell down the little rabbit hole of listening to all the music that I ever wrote, all the music that we wrote, everything. And I found the master for A Better Day deep in my archives, in my email. And I was listening to it, and oh my God.
I know.
We did so many incredible things in that song.
I know.
So many incredible things.
I think that one, it was more impressive than Attrition.
I agree. Wholeheartedy.
Different genre.
Completely different song. I think Attrition just goes. I think Attrition was a lot of fun to play live. I think that song live, the 2 or 3 times that we played it live was incredible.
I think we played it more than 2 or 3 times.
Maybe.
I think for a long time we were rehearsing it. We were playing it live, and we were restructuring because the different vibe.
Yeah. Changed up the intro a little bit. But
Let's see when. I'm trying to figure out when should I impose the audio. I should impose it now.
Yeah.
So which song would you prefer to impose? A Better Day?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So right here, we'll impose A Better Day.
Yeah.
Now we're back.
Nice. Love it. There we go.
Yeah, so that was a better day.
It was it's a phenomenal song. It is. I think the process behind making that song, the little intricacies that you and I wanted to hear in that song really shined. The perfect example of that was the vocal like little like mute thing right after the second breakdown before the end of the song. I mean, when everybody hears the song, they'll hopefully know what I'm talking about.
Before we go into what you're about to say, keep in mind that audio you just heard was mixed and mastered by a woman from a band called Nevertheless. Caitlin Crisp, I believe that's how you pronounce
Caitlin
it.
Crisp, yep.
Yeah, I'll put her Instagram up here, and
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
put her band Nevertheless up here as well, because they're actually really super good. She mixed and mastered it. I have my version as well, which I don't know if I should impose it on this podcast, but they're totally different sounding.
They are.
So
They
yeah,
are.
continuing on with the
No, but in all honesty, like that song was just the perfect example of what we wanted to hear out of that. And she did a great job of mixing and mastering it. And we just spent so much time on it. Even before we played it live, before we even recorded it, which is a very unpopular thing for a lot of bands to do.
Oh, you're right.
Bands don't play brand new songs without initially recording it.
You're right.
Without releasing it, that's one thing. But
right.
without recording it, that does not happen. That just doesn't happen.
You're right. I never even considered that. But you know why I love the way we approached it and the way we did it? Because to me, it reminds me of comedy. Comedy, before they have official bits for their hour special,
Yep.
they need to work it out in the mic.
Yeah, of course.
And so for me, that's how it worked. Every song, to me, I did it that way. We would do like in Jealousy or any of the songs, you play it, you rehearse it a lot of times, and you think it's good, then you do it live.
Yeah.
And then you're like, maybe speed that part up.
And then keep trying.
Yeah,
and then keep trying.
You're right. No bands do that, huh?
No, bands don't do that. There's too much structure in music nowadays.
Professionalism, I think it is. I mean, if you want to go with that,
Sure, professionalism. It kind of kills the fun out of it.
So we're gonna pretend that we heard the song. We didn't. I mean,
I still have it in my head. I
me
can play
too.
through the whole thing.
Me
it's in
too.
there.
Me too. And we've heard it actually. Me and Jess have heard it multiple times. Where it's like, dang. Honestly, when we go dang, it's primarily your vocals, and then secondary is the structure of the song. It's
Yes.
like, whoa, it's a weird structure. But do you think, since you've always been ahead of the game with as far as like progressive metal goes or whatever's trending, like you've been always ahead of the game. Now I'm on par because now I'm on the game.
I'm on a completely different genre, but continue.
Yeah,
yes.
like EDM.
No, I'm into whatever the hell this crap is. Can we swear?
Can we what?
Can we swear?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm into whatever this shit is.
it's dysfunctional.
What? No. Young Lean.
It's like probably like a mumble rapper.
Yeah, mumble rapping essentially. I will go into that. Continue what you're saying though. Continue what you're saying as far as following the trend and everything. I'll get into that later. I was
behind. Now I'm on the board, and I know what's going on. It was relevant with metal.
Great.
Look how fast it's progressed from, like, although Aminicus was a little nostalgic of a metal genre in a way, with little hints of progressivism, a little bit, very little. Metal has progressed so rapidly and so much differently now, where if we were to release the songs we never released, like Attrition or A Better Day now, it just doesn't stand the test of time with current metal now. Everything's very digital, very heavily effects.
Yeah.
Which is fine because I love it. My next album. My next album is going to be 100% like that. No, I know, but we're talking about like the logistics.
It's under the same veil as it's professionalism. There's a certain quality that people expect, and if you don't have that quality, then it's not going to fall under the rain. Yeah. People are not going to listen to it because it doesn't have that certain common aspect that every other genre of music has captured and has done so well. Pop music is a perfect example as one that has just overly saturated first and foremost, but it's at a level where if you, as a pop artist, whether you're known or not, if you're not releasing things that are not at the same level as everything else, then it just gets swung under the lines. It does not get known. Unless obviously there are certain very unique artists that I personally appreciate for that exact quality. Post Malone is a perfect example of that, of an individual who just released music just for the absolute shits and giggles of it, and then blew the hell up because everyone understood that this is a man who will have so much fun making his stuff. Everyone will love it. Everything.
Not only his music is phenomenal and unique and good. I think it's because he's super authentic as an individual, as a human being, by the way he looks. And I correlate. We're going to go all over the place with this podcast.
I know we are.
But with the Post Malone aspect, which I think he's amazing. One thing that at first I hated him because I'm a hater at the time. At the time, I was a hater because he was popular. I'm one of those. Probably no longer, but I was a guy where whatever's popular, I go the opposite direction.
Sure.
Like, always, just the way I do.
Sure.
And I was like that with Post Malone when he was first coming out. And then I saw a YouTube video of him at a guitar store. And he's playing a specific guitar. And the camera angles went across his fingers. And right here, he has Dimebag's face tattooed on his ring finger. And it's like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing as far as musicality.
Yeah.
To have Dimebag's face.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. That was a long time ago, so on and so forth. But my point is to get to is his authenticity. It just
it's
plus talent.
It's perfect. Yeah, it's incredible.
But I've heard this from comedians as well. I correlate music and comedians quite often.
Yeah.
Rogan once said this. He said this. He's like, they asked him, why do you wear like such big clothes? He's like, because if I'm tatted up and I have muscle. He's like, when I'm on stage, I don't want people focusing on my muscles or my tattoos. So I cover up with these big clothes so they can focus on my actual bits. And I was like, brilliant. And so I think that goes with Post Malone is sort of like, see the way he looks? Not traditional.
Yeah.
He looks tired, which that's what he says on here, right?
Yeah.
He has tired on there.
Stay awake, I think is on
He doesn't
his
look like a traditional
eyebrows.
man who's manicured.
No.
But that's what translates. It's like,
No, his music, for lack of a better
really
word,
good.
it's beautiful.
It is really good.
His stuff is great.
It's really cool.
It's great. You know what really sold me on his character? He's the biggest nerd out there.
Yes,
He has the
$2 million.
Skyrim. Yeah, 2.6 for that card. Yeah, I play that game exclusively. It's one of my biggest hobbies.
Skyrim?
No. Magic the Gathering.
Oh, you?
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Oh yeah. I play that. I play it a lot. I play it every Monday.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah. And but for him, like he's got the Skyrim tattoo and a Bolivian tattoo. No, they're on his feet. And I saw it because he was doing a podcast in his house, and it's his house. He's not fucking wearing anything.
Yeah.
So I saw both tattoos, and he's like, all right, I'm sold.
Yeah, he's
Cool guy,
just a special person, man.
Yeah.
He's been on Rogan multiple times, and if you haven't heard, you should check out the podcast, of course. Rogan's biggest podcast. But it long form. To me, this podcast, it's sort of like it's the new form. I always wanted to do it. I've been wanting to do it for like many years. I just have the money, the setup, so on and so forth. But to me, the podcast is a new form of expression as far as social media. You post pictures, you can interpret it to the world what you want with captions and so on and so forth. But a long form podcast, you can, if you watch the videos, you can read through people if they're being fake or they're putting on the front or so on, so something. Any of that, you can see it.
Yeah.
And with him, I listened to him at least maybe 12 hours on a podcast because, many episodes.
Sure.
And he's on shrooms, he's smoking weed, and I'm like, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Sparky, dude.
God.
He reminds me of Sparky because I'm like, the freedom.
Genuine.
Freedom. He's a free bird.
Yeah. Genuine. He's a genuine person.
But he's a free bird.
He is.
He doesn't care. And
he is. Yeah.
But especially now in 2023 and this time of this world, it's like people do care a little bit too much of them. How they're perceived. And when you come across, when it's not ashamed, it's understandable. But when you come across somebody who is the quite opposite,
right? Who just does not.
It's a rarity and it's a treasure. And Sparky's bitch ass should have been here.
God.
No, just kidding. No, I'm gonna get him on. You threw me off.
That's gonna be crazy.
You threw me off because I had a plan and just knew about this. I had a plan with you and Sparky.
Okay.
I was gonna invite you on. Not a Tuesday.
No. Right.
But I was gonna invite you on, and I was gonna have Sparky hide in that closet or hide out in the other room, right? And we're gonna be talking, and I was gonna lead it into a thing where we talk about Sparky like right now, and I'm like, give him a call, man. Don't you miss him? And I was gonna lead into it, and he's not here now. I know, I wish. And I was gonna say, give him a call. Don't you miss him? And you would call him, and if you didn't call him, I would call him.
No, I still.
And then I'd be like, hey man, I have Tiago here. I was gonna build up a surprise here, or just come out whenever he wanted to, like a surprise.
I do miss him.
Yeah. He's killing it, dude.
Is he really?
It's like 3 bands.
Yeah, he's doing so much music. He's having so much fun with everything. I think that's the best part about what he's doing right now. He's having so much fun.
He
loves it.
I talked to him. I saw him. I don't know, like a month and a half ago, and we were talking, hanging out, and he said, "Fucking kiss me in the lips." That's gross. So he was so gross. He went just unexpected. I was like, and He did, and we're talking, and in my mind, I'm just like, I just want to sit down and just watch you play, because,
Sure.
from now, I'm like, he's way surpassed
Good.
the hours of live performances
Sure.
and rehearsals.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in 2-3 bands, you're nonstop playing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see his finger dexterity. I want him to play my 5-string bass.
You would love that.
And I haven't seen. So he hasn't come over. So
He will.
well, he has no car. So we gotta
I know. He's
drive.
busy too. I know. He had a kid too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's life, man. Life.
It is.
How old are you now? 29.
Fucking 29.
I was right on the dot.
Last year in the 30s. I know. Last year in my 30s, in my 20s.
You feel weird about that? It's just a number.
It's honestly, it is just a number. No, it is. It's kind of it's one of those where I took advantage of my 20s so much. I loved my 20s. I got to do a lot of things in my 20s that I loved to do, and I will hopefully never have to do again.
Such as?
A perfect example is going to be playing music.
So I'm confused. What do you mean, like?
So in my 20s, right, I played music. I did music. I did all that stuff. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I am beyond fortunate. I'm beyond glad that I got the opportunity to do that. And it's also a peace of mind that I will hopefully never have to do it again.
Really?
Yeah. As I
get it. No, I get it. Yeah.
I loved playing music. I loved performing. There's nothing. I will most likely never experience anything else in my life like performing on a live stage in front of a crowd. There will be nothing that I do. Nothing.
I get where you're coming from, because I feel somewhat the same,
Mm-hmm.
but then I sort of like battle myself in the sense of I think about it. I was like, we weren't even where I thought we can be. Not as far as success. Not as far as success.
No,
I meant,
yeah.
I meant as far as like as individuals, we were all struggling financially, and we were rehearsing probably a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And we were just young in general.
The
In
irony.
my mind, I'm like, there was a goal in my mind when we're actually doing Elyzian.
Yeah.
I was like, I know where we can be and get to where it's comfortable and less strenuous.
Yeah.
Strenuous. I was like, and so where it becomes enjoyable.
Yeah.
Where it's no longer like we're showing up all the time exhausted after work, or financially we're stressing out about paying for the band room rent. I was like, we can get to a certain threshold where we're not rehearsing as much, and we have more freedom of personal time, and then there's no more financial struggle, which that brings on a lot of pressure, which seeps out in other ways.
I almost felt like the closest we got to that was with that one drum. What's his name? Travis.
Yeah.
God. I
know.
would love nothing more than to play with him again.
Well, he just hit me up. Well, he hit me up like about 2 months ago.
What for?
To do it again.
Yeah.
And I was down. I just was so insecure because I haven't played for so long. I stopped playing after my solo album.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't played ever since then. It fried my brain.
I still see him on Instagram playing his drums. He's still playing his drums.
Same with him. He got back into it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fried my brain, man, doing the solo album. It wasn't not the playing. It's the learning curve.
Sure.
It fried me, man.
Sure.
And it was my fault. Before I bought this computer, I had a laptop, that same laptop I used, and it kept crashing. Yeah. So I would try to turn on my computer. It would take 30 minutes to load up, maybe an hour to load up. Yeah, and then by that time, my whole motivation is gone. Yeah, but I was like, I got to be disciplined, and I would do it, and I would do it, and I would do it. Yeah. But by the time I was doing more of this than this. And I was just like, at the end of it, I just got tired of it. And yeah, I missed it. But then I got older, and I was like, man, how did I have the time or the emotion? I try to figure it out.
You'll get to that point.
Well, I am. I was. I don't know if I am or not. I don't know where I'm at yet. I'm still trying to reignite it.
Yeah.
That's why I bought those things.
There we go. Yeah.
But
I think Travis hitting you up is the step in the right direction. You know what?
Yeah.
Honest to God, you can take that as a sign.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing. I can speak. You too. You don't have. We don't have to do what we did before. We have technology now. Unfortunately, we can just do. Nevertheless, did it before they even played a show. Remember, they were doing all this digital stuff. So I mean, for me, I'm just proud of just creating music now. I'm just like, and if I play a show once in a while, I'm all good. It's not. No, I'm not. No longer trying to be. I'm no longer trying to make it a career.
Sure.
So I think that's what put the pressure on all of us.
You especially.
Me, yeah.
You especially. I think.
I know.
I treated it as the most enjoyable hobby possible, and it really was for me. I loved every second of it. I loved spending my time even at work writing lyrics, practicing melodies in my head, and then spending my time afterwards just doing that. I loved it. I treated it more like a hobby than I think most everybody else.
Well, me, 100%. I was trying to make us all money. I was like, I gotta get us a career. Like, this is my job. I also promised my friends, my mom. So in the back of my subconscious, I was like, I said I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
I have to do this.
Sure.
And no matter what it takes. I mean, look at how many lineup changes. I was not gonna quit. I didn't choose to quit. COVID made me quit. So
I know,
but it's not a bad thing.
No, I know, but COVID, and not only that, but the drummer that we had at the time was.
I know.
Holy God.
Yeah. But. You know how crazy life would have been different, even to this day, because I wouldn't have this house probably wouldn't have this house if COVID didn't last that long. If COVID lasted, say, 6 months, we would have been back on the
we would have been right back on the saddle. Yeah. Yep.
And then what would have changed? Not much.
No.
I wouldn't have changed. Well, you probably would have changed because you're just more calibrated a little bit more than I am.
A little bit. You know what? Well, a lot of things happened during COVID. A lot of things happened during COVID. Obviously that's what ended my last relationship was fucking COVID. A lot of things. COVID did change a lot of things for all of us. Honest to God, it really did. I think that if it didn't last as long as it did, who knows what could have happened.
I guess it goes for everybody, huh? Like all forms of life, business, economy.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
I think we would have still been. We would have still had trouble finding a new drummer. That was I think that was the main reason why it ended. That's the reason why we stopped. For some obscene reason in Tucson, you can't find a fucking drummer anywhere.
I think it's everywhere, man.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to drum.
I know.
I wanted
to too late. Well, you was too late because you already progressed so rapidly with the vocals, and and I was like, I don't want to fuck up the drums.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But it is pretty. I love to reflect back on it.
Of course.
I'm just like interesting. I just find it very intriguing, like how the mind shifts when that's no longer there.
Yeah, it's reminiscing.
It's very different.
I see it in such a nice positive light now. Like when I think back on all that time, I'm so glad I got to experience it. I'm so glad. Like I'm so thankful.
I wasn't satiated. I wasn't done. I didn't get the level to where I wanted to get to as far as you've been to many concerts, like Architects, like you see the show. Yeah. I just wanted to do one show, just like that. 2 shows, actually. I want to do one outside, like a big venue outside. Even if I'm opening, don't care. I just want to be, I want to know what it feels like to play outside in front of an audience with the sun and the beautiful wind. And then secondary, I wanted to do open up for a big band with the cool LED lights.
Like a big band. Like when we almost tried to do it for As I Lay Dying.
Yeah, but even then, I don't think we were prepared yet.
No, God, no.
No, we weren't.
No, we weren't, and nobody was, and they weren't even prepared for that shit anyways.
So I was just, that was I think if I would have reached those goals, then I think I probably would have failed the band, and I would have become complacent because I would have reached my personal mental goals. Maybe, because I was still, my mind is still thinking, I promised my best friends, my parents, my mom specifically,
no,
I'll become a rock star.
It's hard. You say one thing, you mean... We all have that. It's a little hubris inside of us. Like we're gonna stick to what we say.
Well, I've been
men of our words.
16 years old, dude. Mm-hmm. But then
All right. How about a good question? How about a really good question? Out of all the shows that we played, which one was your favorite one? I know mine.
That's hard.
Which one's your favorite one?
You got to tell me now yours because my mind's like my Rolodex.
I've got 2.
Okay.
The first one when we played in Club Congress.
Oh.
That
didn't come through my Rolodex.
You don't remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah.
Oh, the video of someone's phone on the side of the stage.
That was mine.
That was your and then everyone one more song. Oh my God. That was the most.
That was
the most special moment for me.
True.
I love that so much. And then the song that we ended up playing.
What song was it?
It was.
I don't remember.
I know the song.
I must have it on. I must have it on YouTube.
Painted Canvas.
It was, huh?
Yeah, that was the encore song.
I find to what I know is real.
We were just putting that together.
And that was also the same show where my guitar broke. The first two songs.
It was.
And I had that video where Permanent Shadows, I'm doing this and my float rolls broke. But it's during the breakdown. So I was able to have time to go because Sparky's going bum, bum. So I was like, it was perfect.
I remember that.
You're right though. Actually that show didn't cross my mind, but I think you are right.
That's my first one. I think my second one, and I'll talk shit about him all the time, but I'll give him credit where credit's due. The last show that we played on March 18th of 2019.
Before COVID?
The day before COVID officially started.
That was our
at the Rock.
Yeah, that was the show that we paid for the venue and
Yep, that was the last show that we played. That was I will still look so Valerie, right? Sparky's girlfriend, wife, fiance?
I don't know.
Valerie, she has the entire show recorded. Do you not know this?
No.
She has the entire show recorded on her Facebook. What? Yes.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen it all the time. I just watch through it all the time. And it has the breakdown from Permanent Shadows, which I'll give my little pat on the back here. But that show was my best vocals
I've ever
see
done. That. I want to see that. I don't know this.
How do you not know this?
I don't know.
The whole show.
Oh, I need to see this.
And the Permanent Shadows, because it's also the slow, like, bum, 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 dun, dun. Like the slowest that he plays it.
Are you ready? Here we go.
And it was so... I love that.
Tonight we're doing. I'm definitely gonna look at.
I remember how I felt that show too, and the whole time I'm like, this is awesome. We're killing it.
It was a perfect show because I wasn't. It was so flawless.
It was incredible.
It was just
despite the fact that we had him as a drummer. I don't want to name drop because I've been talking shit about him. But despite him being the drummer, he still did great. Like he pulled it through.
I have the video where I have him and he's destroying the live.
Yeah.
He's jumping up.
Yeah,
and he's just
he's killing it. Goosebumps.
Because I'm just like, man, I had my phone recording and I remember going through it and I'm just like, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so financially that was the most money we've ever made.
I know.
Remember, I had to put it through the credit card because I put it for the banners, all that merch.
Yep.
I should probably bleep this out. Bleep this out. I think, if I remember correctly, it was I made for that show.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because remember, I paid for all those denim jackets.
All right, yeah.
The custom prints. And then I had to do all the gluing. And then I paid for those new banners, the ones with the cool three ones.
Yeah.
And then I had to pay for the rock, pay for the venue.
And got you the car now.
Huh?
They got you the car.
No, that card I went. We used her money plus my money.
Oh, you told me it was from the show.
It paid off some of my credit card because my credit card was because every merch design I would do would always on my credit card. So it was just pretty much paying all the balance for over the course of Elyzian, like the Medusa t-shirts and so on and so forth. And when that was the first show that I ever got that much money, and I was like, this is how you do it. I was like, this is how you make money for all of us.
Yeah,
and that's when it ended.
That was the last day.
But I made a lot of money. Like, and I was like, okay, everything's paid off now. I was like, how about we do this everywhere in different New Mexico, Texas, California.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody selling merch like I'm selling merch as far as like the designs.
No,
and I was just like, okay, this is how you make a career. And then after that was the next step. Like you just go to the level of like, whatever band you find successful.
Slowly but surely,
they make, I'm assuming like 80 grand a year plus because of merch and maybe.
Ironically, most large bands only make their money through merch.
Wait, you were saying? Just go back though. Valerie has that video, and you're saying your vocals are the best.
That was
Permanent Shadow. What happened with the Permanent Shadow?
No, it was just amazing. It was just I went so hard.
I gotta watch it.
I went so hard, and then Jealousy too was great because that's when I walked into the audience.
I had that
stepped
video
off the stage, and
I have that video.
It was great.
I have it, and I'm behind you.
Yeah,
like usual.
Yeah. It was great though. Oh my god,
got that fat ass.
So those two were my favorite shows.
Let me choose mine.
We had.
I think I agree. No, I agree with the encore one. I can't believe I forgot that. That one was even with for all the dude. I was so stressed out after my floater was broke.
Sure.
Sort of fucked up my vibe.
Sure.
My confidence went away.
Sure.
But that encore was unexpected, and that was insane.
It was beautiful.
And you went like this.
Yeah.
One more time!
Because you know what to do. You're on the camera. I have my phone on the floor on my side.
No, I'm just walking around.
Yeah, you're walking around and you're just like this, and you're looking at us, and you're like, what? Like that. And you're wearing the leather jacket I gave you.
Yes.
Yes, and,
yes,
and you're looking around, and you go like this. You don't know what to do. You just go like, yeah, you're right. That one, and then yeah, it'd have to be that one. Oh no, I take it back. I take it back. It would be the album release at Skybar.
At Skybar.
That
was okay. Yeah,
I was just like fucking.
No, that was
like,
a
this
good.
Is the one.
That was a good show.
It was packed.
That was a good show too. That was a very fun show. My parents were there. It was fun. No, that was fun. It was great.
It was packed, dude.
It was,
and we got paid.
Yeah, we did.
Ticket sales.
Yeah.
There's this clip on a video that I was recording, or somebody recorded. There's this one Asian kid dancing like hard. He's wearing all pink, dancing. Like there was people who we didn't know.
Yeah.
That were just a part of that world because they were passing by Skybar, and then there was this girl on my end, and during the build up to Permanent Shadows, she just somehow, I don't know who the fuck this is, but she knows the build up, and she does this like weird like twirl before the door. Bum, bum, bum.
Do you have this recorded?
Yeah, I have a video, and I watched it all the time. I was like, how does she know? Because she does like this weird like this thing like this.
I love it.
And I'm just like, how does she know? Maybe 4/4.
Sure.
Yeah. So probably if you know music, you're just like, oh, here it comes. Yeah.
What's your least favorite show? I got mine too.
These are great questions. Were you thinking about this on the way over here?
No. I'm just thinking right now.
Usually I have a notebook right here and I have notes. But I'm not used to.
We don't need notes.
Nah.
Yeah, we're good.
So my least, you should probably go first because you obviously have it in your mind.
First one, that fucking show that we played in Phoenix at that game arcade place.
Oh yeah,
that was so weird.
It was really weird.
Like I loved the whole. They did like the whole interview thing with us.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun. And then we just hung out and
that
played
was I'm in,
games.
Jess. That was I'm in.
Yeah, and then we went to play the show. I remember the band before us were fucking weirdos. were just bizarre. And then we went and just there was no energy. It was insane.
Well, the stage was horrible.
Stage was bad. Holy, it was a bit smaller than this room.
You're right.
Ew, really?
It was puny. It was so small.
That was like probably like cut like 25%.
It was so small. We fit all of us on it. It was.
You're right.
And that wasn't fun. And even like throughout the entirety of that show, I'm being a
Not
dick.
happy?
No, I'm being a douche. I'm trying to hype people at the bar like, what are you doing over there? Come on,
Yeah.
you know, the whole and
That's-
nobody.
It's amazing, like yeah. I never thought. My mind never considered what's the best show you ever played, and also what's the worst show. My mind never really computed any of those questions. Because for me, everything was a rep. I was like,
Sure.
I'm getting repetitions for the big show,
Right.
And that's all I always thought, and I never got to the big show. Never got there. But yeah, so it is a good question because it does make me really like try to reflect back on all the freaky shows.
We'll analyze a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, well, I just it's been so long,
I know.
but
No, what were you
Yeah.
what were you gonna ask?
I spaced out.
Oh, okay.
I was staring at
We
Moosh.
never answered the question about which, now that you think about it, which is your least favorite show?
I don't. I guess it has. Now, but it's just I don't have one because for me, my mindset was every show is a reward,
And that's
like,
and that's totally fine.
it's like-
Absolutely.
it's a rep. It's like for me, I'm like this is it's just ways it exposes my mistakes, and I for me it was like another rehearsal,
Yeah.
in a different aspect.
Obviously, when I say my least, like I didn't hate it,
Yeah.
but it's not like it'll be on a tier list. Like I have like a 1 through 10, you know. My second though, and you might agree with me on this one.
Okay.
You might not. It was the first show that we played at
Joe's Grotto,
No, Joe's Grotto's all right. No, it was
Loud House,
Encore.
the big one.
Yeah,
Why
that's when the shit hit the fan.
the big one?
Yeah.
Did we play there more than once?
Club Access. We played it there twice. We did play there twice. We played there
So
the
which
second
one?
time with Travis, the first time.
So
The-
the first
okay.
one was with Sam.
Yes.
Second time with Travis was
That was great.
so okay like this.
Yeah, exactly. It was like that. No,
Oh.
the second time was phenomenal because it was
I
playing
remember
with
now.
Travis. Okay.
Yep, I remember
You
now.
remember the whole build up,
I
the whole
remember.
and it like
I remember now.
prior to us playing, what the fuck was his name? The dude he's a big name in the fucking
Jonathan Russell.
Yes.
I remember. You're right.
He came
Where
up to,
they cut us.
Yes. So yeah, he came up to us and like, "Hey guys, you're only playing for 25 fucking minutes."
No, it was less. No, it was less than that. It was 10 minutes.
You were right.
No, it was 10 because we had original was 10, 25.
Right.
And then it went to 10. And I was like, fuck no. And that's when Sam, I'm sorry. I mean, I know you probably hate me. I know you still probably hate me still. I don't care. But this was the situation where he told me. Because I made a big deal about this. I was like, you're not cutting our time because somebody else made a mistake, which Sam was covering for that band.
Right.
And
Oh my god.
I forgot their name. It was Insect.
No, I know. I remember the name of the band. I don't remember what the fuck they were. I don't remember.
Yeah, it wasn't Insect. It was a Hilabite.
Hilabite. Yep.
Sam was covering for them, right?
Yep.
Sam was covering for them, our previous drummer, and we were playing a show at Encore, and they went over their time by 2 songs, which came into our time because originally every band had 20 to 25 minutes, if I remember correctly, which is about 4 to 5 songs. If your songs are that long, maybe 3 songs, 4 songs, and then the host of the venue and the event told us, hey, because this band is playing over their time by a song or 2, your time is going to be 10 minutes, and which meant 2 songs pretty much, because set up and breakdown. I was like,
Yeah, it was
no,
nothing.
I was like, it's not going to happen. It's like I didn't rehearse this whole time for that.
Yeah.
That was a big issue for me. I also
I-
took it upon myself to go up to the sound engineers and tell them we're going to be playing this long no matter what. The next band, every band has to pay the price for this band making a mistake. Not just one band. Everybody has to pay the price.
I remember it slightly different. So I remember prior to us playing, Russell told us about the whole Hilabite. I think he overbooked. He had too many bands on the roster. And as a result, he wanted to shave time off of the earlier bands. We were included. And that's when you went off. You're like, dude, no. You told me, and I lost my shit. I'm like, there's no, why are we here then? We're not going to play
But
if it's 10 minutes.
remember when Hilabite was playing over their time and they shut off the lights?
Yes. Then they were playing over there. So initially, the reason why they got stopped in the first place was because we told Russell, we're not going to play less. You just have to cut their time because they fucked up. They're late. And they were late.
Oh, they were late, yeah.
They were late. So they started, they opened, they played, and then when the lights went on, they were still playing. Then the kill switch went off. You couldn't hear them. You couldn't hear anything, and they were still playing.
That was amazing.
They were still playing. This was
I don't think you were there.
This was like
So the lights went off completely, and they kept playing,
yeah.
and they didn't stop.
They didn't stop. It
I
was
was
an
like,
anomaly. Like you never.
It was pretty awkward.
You
yeah.
never see that.
I've never seen that,
When's
no.
the last time you ever see just a?
Well,
just-
think about it. Maybe think about it this way. Let's pretend we're in their perspective. They're playing. They probably think a mistake happened, like because they're so in the moment.
Sure.
Maybe the lights went off. Don't quit. You know what I mean?
So in that case,
yeah.
why didn't Russell tell them anything? Like, hey guys, you can only play this long.
I think the whole thing was just a mistake. And I'm pretty sure I obviously went overboard because we rehearsed so much, man.
Then I
Yeah.
remember this is when we were on stage. I'm sure you probably told the sound guy one thing afterwards, but when we were on stage, you were sound checking. Then you said something to the sound guy, and that's what pissed off Sam.
Oh, I told him to something with my amp.
Yeah.
My amp, like, because he was doing something to my amp.
Yep.
And I was like, don't do that because the other sound guy told me not to do that.
Yep.
He did something weird, and I was like, "Oh, smart choice. Don't do that." And but Sam was already irritated because I cut them off.
Yeah, because he was playing.
But
He
he's
was
our
filling
band.
in. I know.
So it's so confusing. Sam, I'm so sorry, dude. I hear this. I gotta cut this out.
Yeah.
Nah, I won't. No, fuck that. He had to talk to me, and I tried talking to him. I tried talking to him so many times.
Yeah.
And he avoids me. So I send him a friend request, and I'll wait, nothing, and I'll retract it, and then I'll send a friend request again.
It's
Nothing?
such a shame too
I'm just
because
like, all right, bro,
you
whatever.
and I have gone through our gripes too, but this was such a fucking. At the end of the day, this was nothing. This was nothing. It was just.
Buy a vest?
Say again.
Didn't Sam buy a vest?
He bought shirts and he bought stuff even after this whole thing. So I'm like so confused.
Yeah. Silent benefactor.
So I mean I don't know. I mean maybe I don't know. So it's not worth the emotional toll. So I'm
No,
good.
it's not. Good we're talking about it though.
Yeah, because
Like,
because who's the whom the bells toll. So dumb, dude. Honestly, huh?
He supports the band.
No, I just
Doesn't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
It is. I mean, because
Whatever, man. Young Ling, dog. Give me some lyrics. Give me some young lyrics. Lyrics.
Ling.
Give me some Young Ling lyrics.
young lean lyrics.
Do you know any of them?
No, I'm more.
What?
I'm more. So I wear this. So good segue now. Okay,
Drama.
as far like you're obviously listening to a lot more metalcore. You're listening to a lot.
No.
Or sorry, progressive.
Oh, like very. I mean, I don't even because you've been out. How long was the last time you stopped listening to metal?
No, I still do.
Oh,
I listen to everything. I
bro,
listen to
I'm
everything.
so obsessed with like Architects now, dude, because of you. Like, dude, remember before I was so confused?
I know. Even with Ocean's 8 Alaska too.
You remember that? Well, but I fell in love with them, and you knew we were still in the band. Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But
Yeah.
there's some other bands that are like right now, like currently, like obviously Tesseract is old. We all know Tesseract. But there's a lot of new bands now because of the algorithms on my
It
Spotify.
knows now. Oh yeah, it knows.
So because there's a thing called Enhance where it feeds you whatever you like. And you put it into your playlist, it will just feed you bands similar to that genre. So I'm getting nothing but like progressive.
Oh, like you're like a Discover Weekly.
I don't do that.
No?
It's just a switch.
Discover Weekly. I think Discover Weekly is more adheres to multiple different genres versus just one.
That's why I don't. Yeah, I
Right.
got like Doja Cat. I got
Right.
fucking Miguel. So I'm like
I love Doja Cat.
No, me too. But when I'm like want motivation.
No, when you want to listen to one genre, yeah.
it depends. I'm the mood. But yeah, I'm sorry. Continue.
No, so after COVID, right? After the whole breakup thing, did we ever even talk about that?
No, we haven't seen each other for so long. We have so many topics to talk upon. I think that we should do multiple episodes if possible. I don't mind coming
Yeah.
to you. One thing we didn't talk about, which I can just pivot into there.
Tell me.
At one point before I had this podcast, you said you were doing a podcast before with some gamers.
No.
You had a Twitch.
Not
channel.
with gamers. I was doing it
Okay.
with my tattoo guy.
Okay, tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah. I was doing it. It was a shop podcast for my tattoo guy, Grape Ape.
I'm gonna go pee. Do you mind?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
I'm listening though. I can hear you.
Okay.
You probably can hear me as well.
It's not. I'll just. That's why I got the drumsticks.
Your tattoo guy.
Yeah. So I was doing his over COVID. Obviously, everybody who was working in restaurants and whatnot had like the little monthly stipend, like the bi-weekly stipend or whatever. And it was great because during COVID, I found a phenomenal outlet for my time. That was Twitch streaming. That was making videos. I was making podcasts. It was so much fun because every single day, whereas everybody was just kind of closed off from the world, having no human interaction whatsoever, I was Twitch streaming. I was doing that a lot, and I fucking loved it.
What game were you playing?
Everything. There was not a game. I was a what do you call a variety streamer? So I played everything. I never specialized in one game, or I never did the same thing over and over. I did everything, and it was so much fun. I built up such an intriguing little community of a bunch of people, other streamers too. I built up to about 200 something followers on Twitch. Got affiliate status in like 3 weeks, which is something that never happens to anybody. You know.
You don't still do it anymore?
God no, I do not have the time.
What a shame.
I know.
What a shame now because I mean it's life. You can still continue
Sure.
if you wanted to, because this would be a good plug. You know what I mean? If you were still doing it, because I remember when we were doing it, and it was pretty fascinating to me because I know a comedian called Eric Griffin who was doing it, and he was doing really well because he's a freaking comedian.
Yeah.
And he looks like Mr. Potato Head, so you're getting two aspects. You're getting the voice plus the face.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't look like Mr. Potato Head, but
No.
imagine you watching would you not want to watch a Twitch stream of Mr. Potato Head?
No, sure.
A human version, it's the best. It's a
No,
selling
yeah.
point. Your icon would be Mr. Potato Head, dude. But yeah.
I loved it though. For anyone who's at all curious, my handle was Astral Thief.
That was really good.
ASTRALTHEIF. I spelled it incorrectly. It was a username that I came up with when I was like 11 years old. I didn't know how to spell thief. No one knows how to spell thief. So I was 12 and I'm like, this sounds cool. Actually, I think my father made it, and then I just stuck with it.
Astral Thief, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I asked you one time what it meant, and you told me, and I forgot.
So it's if I recall correctly, it is a reference to a D&D campaign of a D&D.
D&D, Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah. It's a reference to a main character in a campaign who good job.
House of Dragons?
No,
No,
quite.
I'm sorry.
He's like a diamond thief essentially, and he steals like this like space jewel or whatever. But super old school. Actually, it might even be from Pathfinder. My father knows. What's really fun on the Twitch community. Everybody calls each other by their handles. Nobody knows. We didn't know each other by our first real names.
So
So everyone called me Astral.
Can you pair in Twitch?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the hell you want. It's fucking Twitch.
I'm from the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're gonna pivot all over the place. I think we're only 45 minutes, dude.
Nice.
Do you not miss do you still sing in your car just for
all
fun?
the time.
For fun,
I sing all the time.
Dang,
I sing all the time, and I still practice vocals constantly.
it's a good thing.
I've actually gotten really good at inhales now.
Inhale.
I could go on like this for like 5 minutes. I could do that too.
It's fun.
It's pretty fun, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Do it again. Sounds like a zombie. No, do the open mouth one. That's a zombie. Mm-hmm. That's the audio effects of a zombie.
probably, yeah. Hey, actually, did you ever watch The Last of Us?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so they have this really fun YouTube video of them recording the vocal, because all those the zombies, the infected, they're all their lines are recorded, pre-recorded. So it's this one woman who does all the lines. She's spectacular.
All the zombies?
All the zombies. And she's so cool. Like they
That's
don't do it.
amazing.
They don't do it live. They don't do it while they're performing. They're dubbed. That's the word I'm looking for. They're all dubbed. And God, her shit's terrifying.
impressive.
Very.
So
absolutely.
See, with this information, it's good marketing tactics if you're in a band still. You hire her, you get in contact, you hire her, and you have her feature on primarily most of your song.
Yeah.
And you utilize her name and her character to promote your song because that's if she can do that, she can do metal vocals.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Well, that's well. You know what's always incredible to me? You know what's incredible? No matter how much music I listen to, no matter what sort of different genres and styles of whatever I hear, metal will never cease to amaze me.
Oh yeah. I mean,
It just.
hey man, come on.
I work with a bunch of fucking chooms. Like I work with a
Some
bunch
what?
chooms.
Chooms? Not chubs?
No chooms. It's a fun slang. If you know, you know. It's from a video game.
Okay.
Cyberpunk 2077. Anyways, I work with a bunch of fucking lame ass country loving assholes, and all my employees
Should I edit
too.
that out?
No, fucking keep that in. I want them to hear this. If they ever see that, I want them to hear this.
Okay.
And every single time, as a metalhead, you know this. As a metalhead, you're always like, why do you listen to metal? Why do you like that? Every single fucking time. And
Hold on. Let's actually break that down.
Okay.
No, because I do have listeners who don't listen to metal because they're just friends of mine or acquaintances.
Sure.
And I'm pretty sure they are confused. Like, why do you love because they won't take the time to do it.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
random question. But why do you love metal?
Okay. Personally, why I love metal. It is one of the most impressive and most difficult genres to play correctly and play well, play proficiently, to perform even, and to learn. That's the worst part. So, obviously, what about jazz? What about orchestra? What about literally a bunch of other genres that take years of training and endurance and dedication to play? They are all within the same vein. I love listening to dude, I will listen to the Boston Symphony Orchestra perform Star Wars. All of the god. Are you kidding me? It's the most impressive. I love it. As a proper metalhead too, I think we have an inherent appreciation for all music when we can sit back and understand. Okay, you know what? Yeah, this is very impressive. This is incredible. It is just literally music to my ears. But with that being said, for me personally, I know how difficult it is to play metal. I also know how easy it is to not play metal, to play literally any other genre that billions of people love all around the world. It is the most brain dead, most mind numbing.
So hold on, let me interrupt you here. So I want to shine you in the best light as possible.
Sure.
As of right now, if I'm a listener and I do not know you, it sounds like it's a matter of ease or difficulty, like the level of difficultiness.
Yeah.
So as of right now, what you're saying, it sounds like it's a level of difficultiness.
Yeah. Well, this is also my personal thing. This is my little like.
Yeah.
This is why I love it. And don't get me wrong either. I listen to everything.
Yeah.
I said earlier, I love Doja Cat. Her music is not that impressive, but I still love it.
Let me rephrase the question in a better way. What makes metal resonate with you?
Got a perfect answer.
That's
for you.
better for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember back in the day, this was years ago or something, there was a recent study. I can't quote it. I don't even know who the fuck did it, but I remember this being a huge thing, where they did a study of people who listen to metal music and the reason why they listen to metal music. And as human beings, we exert emotions from everything that we do. Having a basic conversation, we're exerting some sort of emotion, whether that be pleasure, displeasure, whatever. People who listen to metal music are inherently more calmer individuals than other people who don't. The reason why that is because when you listen to a genre that is inherently loud, violent, obscene, what have you, you don't want to express that same emotion. You don't want to have that same reaction when you're listening to it. It's as an outlet. So metal music is used as an outlet for individuals who do feel that sort of emotion, who don't have a proper way of expressing that. I remember growing up, angsty little fucker, teenager who was doing dumb shit all the goddamn time. Then I listened to metal, and that calmed me the hell down. It's an actual thing that happens. A little fun little fact too. A lot of musicians that play metal don't listen to metal.
What about me though?
A lot. I said a lot. Not all of them. I'm not making general blanket statements.
I know.
But
I like,
if you watch interviews of like, I remember watching interviews like
most people.
Warped Tour,
Slipknot,
dude.
yeah,
they
most.
don't know. Like Asking
listen.
Alexandria, they don't listen to. They listen to Modest Mouse. They listen to Coldplay. They listen to Radiohead. Like they listen to all these really obscure indie alternative.
We do. We
Yeah.
love. No, I understand your but we understand. And for those musicians, they're successful. So what do they do for a living? They're playing nonstop.
Playing it all the goddamn time.
So what I'm trying to get to is because I want to put in my input as well,
Sure,
my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
But I want to get to yours. Is that what resonates for metal for you? Does that encapsulate your whole thought processes? Because in my mind, it's always been this way and it hasn't changed. I've always wanted to convert, which sounds weird and it sounds like a cult, but I would love to convert people who are not metal fans to metal fans. When we did our album release, remember I booked it at Skybar on purpose. Yeah. Because I wanted to college people to listen to metal that exists like this. Like, just don't think you're getting fed what you're fed. Listen to us. If you don't like it, all good. But this exists. It's not just your country. Whatever's fed to you in the wormhole of college culture.
Sure.
EDM, country, whatever the culture is at the time. I wanted to show the world like there's metal that exists like this too with beats, because the stereotypical thing for metal is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, there's not. Let me just give you an option. If you don't like it, all good. But now you hear it. So that was my whole goal for Elyzian forever. I wanted to, and that's why we had a different demographic. Most bands in certain locations have the same demographic of people, and they all sell the same tickets to certain people. Ours was different because I tried to cater to the opposite.
As a result, too, no other band was doing what we were doing.
Yeah.
There was no other band that sounded quite like us.
Here, you just say it. How long do you think you're gonna go? I'm being nervous. Oh, my ass cheeks. But yeah, so I do want to hear.
It smells like farts over here.
It's your breath. Maybe Tiago.
I didn't do shit. You'd hear it.
But I'm gonna just check everything. But yeah, so you said why people don't like metal?
Yeah, because I used to be them.
Oh, fine.
Ooh, this one's double.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you. Okay.
Well, I didn't listen to metal until I met Maverick.
Really?
I hated metal. I hated it. I was one of those people. You know what? What was it? He would play it in the car before we started dating. And I would always talk shit. Like, what the fuck? Why are you listening to this? This isn't music. And I'm like, people are they're just loud and they're screaming. I was one of those, you know?
Yeah.
I was exactly that. And then he told me, he's like, no. And then he's like, just don't pay attention to the screaming. Pay attention to the instruments. And he was like, listen to that first. And then the screaming, it falls into place. Yeah. He's like, and of course they're not just screaming. They're saying shit. Yeah. And then I was like, fine. And then the first song, I forget what the first song you played me was, but it was Pantera.
The Damage Plan.
Or was it Damage Plan?
Pride.
Damage Plan?
Pride.
No, I don't think it was Pride. No, I'm pretty sure it was Pantera.
Because that's my jam.
Okay.
Or This Love. Hollow.
Hollow's a good one.
Hollow. This Love.
This Love's good.
Because I do this to everybody, and it seems like I'm a cult activist. No, it seems like I want to convert everybody into.
No, yeah.
And I will always have certain songs: Cemetery Gates,
Of course.
This Love, Hollow, or Damage Plan, Pride. Because they're very full metal. They're very acoustic. Melody.
Yeah.
So it had to be those songs, right?
It was one of those.
Okay.
But I remember the first time I did that, and I was like, oh. I was like, this is really intricate. And I'm like, huh. And then I started listening to the screaming. I was like, it does fit in. I was like, oh my God, this is pretty fucking advanced. I'm like, they keep changing the time signatures.
Yeah, you can't.
And then I hear a key change, and I'm just like, what the fuck's going on here? And then I got kind of ashamed because growing up playing an orchestra, everyone's playing something different. And then you put the whole thing and it turns into a masterpiece.
You can't change anything in it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just sounds wrong. It's the same exact thing with metal. You'd listen to metal, you'd listen to a song, and you just can't picture it any other. I mean, we've played, we've all been playing music for a while. We can probably imagine a couple things that can go differently here and there, but when you listen to that one metal song, that everything in it is just perfect, and you can't imagine it being sung, played any other different way. It's incredible. It's incredible. Versus the absolute opposite spectrum when you have literally any fucking, I'm sorry, but I hate country so much.
Nah, dude, me too.
I
fucking hate that shit.
Modern country.
I like current country.
I hate
I like country. I like it.
I hate it.
It's too whiny. They bitch about everything.
But the problem is that they bitch about the same exact shit.
I don't know. Maybe.
I just think it's so easy to sing.
Maybe it's the mirror image of what people in metal think. The stereotype. Because what I've heard of country that I actually like country.
Yeah.
Now, they don't sing about what I thought they sang about. I'm on my truck and my whiskey and my dog. They don't talk. They now sing different. No more complex. And in my mind, I was like, I want more guitar. Now there is more guitar. Now it's more beats. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but
because they know. They got to change it up. At that point, it's not country anymore. It's fucking.
Yeah,
pop.
I'm like, it's not country anymore.
I've been listening to a lot more.
How do you guys know that if that's the country genre and they are getting the country CMT awards? Like that is country for them. It's like metal. Metal evolves, right? Metal's no longer thrash metal. It's a lot of things.
That's true.
Country's now different.
I work with a lot of people who strictly listen to country. A lot of pilots and flight attendants, and then they complain that today's country is not country. All of them say that, and I'm just like, okay.
That's the.
But do you think that your dad, like, they're still stuck in their barriers of the mind when they're not open-minded? Because just like metal's changed forever, and country is changing as well. But these people are like, it's gross. That's sort of like they're not open-minded to the evolution of what the genre is. Am I correct?
You're not wrong, but the difference is that there are a lot of people who do listen to country, and they do now say, "Oh, I don't like this new country." But there's never. I started with All That Remains. I started with Metallica. I started with that, and metal has evolved so much that I will still listen to everything new about it. That's the difference.
But you accepted it.
Of course.
But there's people who do not.
And those same people are the same people that listen to country that bitch about their own fucking genre. That's the issue. Like, why are you? Yeah. Why do you care? Why are you complaining?
Yeah.
It's the same. You should have a level of appreciation for it because you already like this old same exact genre, just a different evolved version. We all know as metalheads, we know for a fact that thrash metal will never exist again in the same way that it did in the 80s.
Yeah.
It will never. It is gone. The exact same can be said for rock and roll. Rock and roll as a genre does not exist anymore and has not existed since. That's all. That's no. That's alternative. That's alternative.
Are
Borderline
they even still
indie.
together? I don't think they're still together.
Yeah, probably not. But what I'm saying, like, this music will change. This music will evolve. And I've actually been seeing a lot of stuff about this, like, country metal shit.
Oh!
Have you not been seeing that?
No. Wait, was it? What's that one band from that show with all those bands?
The one that I showed you?
Yeah. Was that band that won? Native Howl. They're actually really fucking good. Native Howl, so fucking good.
Yeah.
Are they country metal? They're more like bluegrass metal.
She just likes them 'cause they're hot.
No, that's not true. No, they're really good.
You know, there's a band of Jason Momoa's. A band.
Oh, for God's
Yeah?
sake.
Jesus.
But they're really good.
Yeah.
There was bands that lost second and third that were equally. I gotta send you the link. It's American Idol for only metal. And then there's fucking Tosi Abasi, the black guy from I don't know his leaders. He's a judge.
Oh.
Alice Cooper. And then
Sure.
all the judges are like actual system of metalheads for generations.
Yeah.
And it's all American Idol for only metal bands. And indie bands, it's.
I've seen this. It's not in the States, is it?
Huh?
I've seen this. It's not in the States.
I don't know.
It's in a different country.
It's only on YouTube.
No,
It's weird.
I'll pose it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a country.
That was my intake.
So
That's
what's
my
really
answer.
You like it.
No, you can go. It's okay. But that was my answer
that's a good answer.
because I just didn't give the time and I didn't want to think about it.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad? I just didn't want to think
you
about it.
show Pantera to people who don't like metal. You know who I show? I do. I have to do newer metal. I have to do newer bands. So
Before we started dating, we weren't even dating.
no, I know.
But you would have showed me anyway.
But do you like
I
would?
would have showed her some ocean in Alaska.
I would not. I
No, I
wouldn't.
would have showed her Hassan, Hassi, H-A.
Hassan.
I would have showed her that.
No, even still, I wouldn't do that. Like for anybody who does not listen to metal music, I would show them some groups that they know. Bring Me the Horizons is a perfect example of a group that if you're not a metalhead, you listen to Sempiternal, you'll get there. You will get there. That album Sempiternal, Bring Me the Horizon. Oh, that's how it starts. That's how it starts. Because it starts with not listening to the genre, but something close. For instance, me, what got me into metal was Foo Fighters.
Oh.
Foo Fighters did that for me. When The Pretender came out, that album, that song in 2009, I want to say, when that song came out, that song was so what? No, 2009. I was a freshman in high school in 2009. So yeah, that song came out in 2009. When that song came out, it was borderline metal.
Yeah.
It was a hard song. And then, obviously, my YouTube suggestions are like, if you like that, you're going to love this. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it. Tears Don't Fall by Bullet for My Valentine.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yep. And then I listened to that, and I'm like, you know what? I do really like this.
So that's pretty cool, huh?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
But, yeah, that's sick. Yeah, my fiance hates metal.
Dang, for now.
Yeah, for now.
Incredible. Sleep Token is also another great band.
She don't know them yet.
I don't know them.
She's gonna love them though.
Oh, yeah.
No, she's gonna. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting.
You're waiting?
No, I'm waiting because.
Yeah, why?
No, I'll show you. I'm gonna show you at the right time. I promise you. Because I promise.
You know the second band he showed me was it Macedon?
Macedon.
Macedon?
But this was like. We've only been together for 10 years.
No, I know, yeah.
We weren't even dating. She just was trying to get it. She was just trying to get some, and she got it. But no, she pursued me, and so I didn't care. It was just another fling, and I was cruising. It was another fling, and I was cruising in my car, and I always in the car that I bought at the time, the one that I wrecked.
Yeah, your Dodge fucking.
No, it was like a Passport. Like,
oh no, I don't know this car.
But the people who gave it to me, they souped it up, so it was lifted, big tires, and had an actual sound system. So it was like more than an usual car.
Sure.
So I honestly I drove with this with anybody. I didn't care I didn't care about you. If I'm driving, I'm driving. Whatever music I want, and that's how I didn't care. I put on "Fuck You" from Damage Plan. Like, I didn't, but I was like, I'm gonna get this lady into metal, and I would put on the good songs, and then after I warmed them up, then I put my stuff on.
Sure,
I did it all the time.
Yeah.
So not even just you guys too, all the time. But yeah, that's how I got into. Nobody cares about this. It's not important. This is not good information. So let me go into this because we're at this point. Just what does it say there? We are at an hour and 11 minutes. Not bad. Oof. It's not bad. It could go really quick. But I do want to give you. I do want to ask you a question as far as like, what's your opinion on this? The pod. Have you seen any of them or?
Yeah. I've seen a couple clips here and there. The second to last one that you did.
Second to last.
Not the last one.
But second to last. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who. Guess who was it? Guess Andres.
Yes. Saw him.
Oh, you made that.
Yeah, he made this.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he made this for me, and I just was like, I got to put it up, so I put it up. I that's the most viewed one so far, and I know why. It's because it's just him. It's him.
He's great.
It's him. Yeah, it is him. And that was a really good teaser clip.
For what?
The one the way I edited it, the intro. The music.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, baby, yeah. And it's like, oh, the whole thing was like very like, oh, this is good.
I didn't even notice that that's what you were doing. I thought that was nice because that was the only one that I saw. Okay. So I thought that was a normal thing.
You're not the only one. I figured, well, I'm only at like 7 episodes. So I'm not surprised. I just need to be consistent.
Sure, yeah.
That's all it is.
That is the law of YouTube.
No, I'm not doing it for them. I'm not doing it. I just want people to listen because the first episode I had was probably my favorite one because I love Frank. Frank, he worked for Warner Brothers, man, Venom and Proper 12. Like this guy, but he caught us off guard. I had a plan for him. Like I had notes and because he's my first one. So I respect him and I was like, I have a plan. I have a strategy for this. And he caught me off guard. Right when we started the pod, he started going right into therapy, like it just was here, and just went right into, and it threw off all my notes went off the window,
Jesus.
off the window, out the window.
And
it just the whole trajectory went pretty cool because I was like,
Sure.
you're that open to talk about like therapy, and we talk about therapy and what it does for you and your mental health. Like, he went way off. I was like, interesting. 'Cause I was like, this is what podcasting is.
You know, most people are. Most
like,
people, I feel
yeah.
like, are pretty comfortable with talking about that kind of stuff.
No.
Yeah.
I've had podcasts, man, where it has gone haywire.
Really?
Where I don't post them, or I deleted them.
Jesus.
Which I've been told I've listened on other podcasts where there is situations you're going to come across if you have a podcast, and there are situations where they said the hardest part of having a guest-driven podcast, is booking guests, and I was like, that's not true. I'm pretty good, and it was very consistent. I was 100% accurate for a long time. And then before we went to Greece, I had 3 guests scheduled for one weekend because I wanted to bank them so I can release them every Wednesday while I'm out there. Yeah. All 3 guests rescheduled. I was like, what are the quintadinkies of those?
All 3.
Yeah.
For what reasons?
Reasons of their
Were they
own.
all different? At least?
They are different. Yeah.
Okay.
They're all different. They're not like excuses. One of them was pretty bad because it was hailing insanely, and he lives in Vail. And he sent me a video. He sent me a video, and I was like, and I told Jess, like, what the Zach? I was like, what a bitch, Zach Chavez. He's cool. He's gonna come back on. He's in a band called Echoes, and I was like, what a bitch. And just like, no, you don't understand. Like, it's pretty dangerous. It's like, and I was like, oh, you're right, it is.
Dude, it was bad.
So I did. Well, he sent me videos, and I was like, yeah. And he doesn't have a truck. He has a little 4-cylinder car.
Yeah.
So he's right. And then I forgot the other reasons of the other 2 guys, but the cool thing is the third guy, Mikey. He's in 2 bands. I gotta show you before you go. I gotta show you the band. They're super great. Mikey Jump Cannon. His band is called Any Jump Cannon.
Okay. Yeah.
They're young as hell, but indie. They call themselves the desert punk Beatles. And I first was like, that's a lot. And I told him in the podcast, we had a podcast with him, and I was like, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot
to live up to, right? And he's like, I know. And I listened to it. I was like, yep, you're right.
It's it's ironic because
But he's right.
Beatles.
But he's right. I listened to it.
Yeah.
It's for 19 years old. Like, I'll show you, and you'll be the judge of it. Mikey Jump Cannon, Annie Jump Cannon. Listen to them. I'll put it in the podcast. Blah, 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 blah. But so that was 2. The third one, I forgot the excuse, but he never came back. But the 2 guys I'm gonna have on. But the other reasons are I'm bored now. Yeah. I got bored. It's a boring conversation.
Dude, music has been getting
Not for me, because I'm just talking. I got bored.
Music has been just getting better and better.
Yeah. So what do you? So I'm not quite sure how much. I mean, you went at it. You're like, fuck this guy.
We went at it for what?
You're just like, I was like, should I edit this out or bleep it out? You're like, nah, keep that shit in. I was like, damn, dude, you want to keep that in? But like, so what do you like? So what do you see? I don't want to get too personal.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know what you want out there, you know. But like, what do you see for your? What does the future hold for you? And what do you want for the future to give? What do you want to receive?
Yeah. What do the next couple of years look like?
Receive, withhold.
You know what? I have a phenomenal job right now.
Are you still calling your job out?
Yep. Restaurant manager.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Congrats.
No.
Oh, you got me. You got me. I love it. It's been great. It is demanding,
Of course.
which is part of the reason why I'm very limited to the things that I can do outside of work. With that being said, though, I live in probably the best neighborhood that I've ever lived in my entire time of living in Tucson.
Let's do a podcast over there. I'll bring my gear.
Sure.
I mean, for fun. Just for. Here's the thing.
We could do it outside.
It is cool, but when it comes to audio engineering, it gets a little scary.
It does. You have to like.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
You have to cut off the reverb in the back.
I'm not that intelligent yet with the frequency waves, but what's your thoughts on that? I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do the podcast with you. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it in this area or if I wanted to be creative and go in that area.
I love this.
I know, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to make yours unique.
No.
Not for me though, because I was just like, oh my god, this is important. I was so fucking nervous, dude.
Why?
Because I don't do podcasts on Tuesdays.
Oh, sure.
I'm usually working, but this is my week off.
Yeah.
And
the timing could have not been perfect, might I add, because I have Mondays and Tuesdays off, and that's
I know
all I have
we've been
off.
talking for weeks, man. I know that. But I've been mega fatigued because we've been cleaning the yard all day.
Yeah, you guys have been doing a lot.
And so I'm like, that would help. It didn't help. And I was like, oh my God, I'm afraid that I'm not going to be on fire.
No.
But it's all good. It's a lesson to be learned. So what do you
I love my job. Love my work right now. Zoe, fiance, she's also a restaurant manager. Too.
Ooh, that's really cool.
At North Italia. And the dynamic with being with someone who has the exact same job as you is refreshing. It's refreshing. It's very simple and very easy to manage too. And I'm not one to, I don't care for drama too much in the workplace, especially working in restaurants. It's 50% work, 50% drama. That's all it is.
Even now, from hi-fi to culinary dropout,
it's the same bullshit.
Same shit.
It doesn't matter. You ask anybody that works in an industry, you know what I'm talking about. It's the same crap. You have to deal with the exact same type of people.
Because you're college kids, right?
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. It's the industry. It's hospitality. The type of people that work in hospitality, they're very different people. Very different people. They see human beings in a way, like you work in a restaurant, you're having to deal with humans in the worst, in their worst state. Hungry people. There's nobody worse than hungry people.
I didn't think about that. You're right.
You can boil it down. You can boil it down to such an animalistic habit. Like you would you ever be in front of a predator when it's trying to hunt?
That's me though.
Absolutely.
No, that's me though, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? I changed. Don't I change when I'm hungry? I don't know, and I can't control it.
Because it's animal. It's instinct.
Well, let me tell you what it is. Actually, it's actually low blood sugar.
Regardless,
I know.
Restaurant industry, service industry people, that is what we deal with. We deal with having to serve predators, hungry ass people. So our jobs are demeaning. They're demanding and just they can be they can be very gratifying, very satisfying in the end.
It's crazy. It's a crazy world.
Yeah, it's an insane world. And if you've never worked in the industry, you don't know.
And that sucks because I haven't, and I know that's a thing. Yeah. So there's a big popular show right now, Bear.
Yeah. The Bear, yeah.
Have you been watching it?
Yeah. I've seen the first season. I haven't finished it.
Is it pretty relatable? Is it pretty accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it's extremely accurate.
There's two things like growing up, like if it wasn't for music, like I don't know what it is. I just would love to have that experience and work like that perspective. Because you always hear this. Everybody should have retail experience, so they're not fucking rude when they're at Ross. Like put your shit back on the hangers, like because if you worked retail, don't be rude. It's easy. Just put it back in the hanger.
Some people,
I know, but there's a saying where everybody should have worked retail.
Yeah.
Everybody should have gone to the military.
Yeah.
Everybody should have so on and so forth. In my mind, I'm like, dang, I wish I would have done that as well, like been a barista. And then also been a server.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that perspective.
You tell that to people who, but exactly. You tell that to people who are incapable of understanding that perspective. I know. That's what you say to people. If you tell someone, well, you don't know how the restaurant industry works because you've never worked in it, that's not necessarily true. I'll have people who've never worked in the restaurant industry. I will, when I was a server.
Hey, let's make this fucking crazy. Give us a crazy scenario like you've gone through.
Oh, God.
Like with some bullshit. Hi-fi, fucking.
Oh, so many. Okay.
First thought.
Don't get in trouble.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get. No, I'm not gonna. Get
I forget
in
about
trouble.
that. I forget about the rules.
I'm not gonna get in trouble. But
dang, thank God I can't get in trouble.
The ironic thing about my time as a server, the very short time I spent as a server, I was, not to toot my own horn, very good at my job. I can't even recollect the time where I pissed someone off at my table. I've always had very good. Now I can tell you of things that I've heard.
Let's get into that. People want to hear that shit.
Yeah. So let me give me a second. Let me think of one real fast. Okay. God, I've been pissed on 3 times. At work. At work.
3 times.
3 times.
By guy, girl, both.
Oh, guys. Yeah.
Why'd they pee on you?
On my break. So
what did they do?
Okay. I was on.
Why'd they pee on you? I was on my break, so it's all. So it's okay. It's all good.
At Hi-Fi. If you've ever been, for everybody who works in the kitchen, or even servers, bartenders, everybody takes their breaks in that back alley. That bridge that goes across 4th and kind of goes. If you keep following it, you're going to see the trash cans and then the parking garage right there. And then you keep going. If you literally head straight, you're going to hit Barrio. Okay, that little back alleyway, the generator on the right, the door right there, that's behind Hi-Fi. All right? So everybody would take their breaks there. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that there is an exceptionally large population of college students that live right above Hi-Fi.
How would they not know that? Aren't you in the college university
Yeah.
there?
Well,
yeah.
I don't know if people know that or not.
Oh yeah, it's true. Oh yeah.
Context,
True,
because
true.
what I'm going to say next is going to make a lot more sense. So, I'm sitting out there, having my cigarette, a little smoke break, and all of a sudden it's bright. There's no clouds. I feel a little drizzle on my head, and I look up and I'm like, what the fuck is it raining? And, oh shit! I'm fucking getting pissed on. And I stand up and I look, and there's this jackass on the second floor just peeing on me. He's smashed. He's hammered. He's litty titty. And this was like at noon. This is brunch time. And I look up and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's so blasted out of his mind. The next thing he says, like, hey, what's 24 plus 16?
What the?
And like a dumbass, I'm like, it's 40. What is it? What do you? I answered him. I give it a second. I'm like, what is it?
Ew.
And I didn't do anything. I wanted to so badly because.
What are you gonna do? He's upstairs.
I would have been, bro.
Oh, you're gonna run up there?
Yes.
He's in the
You know,
lead.
I was a rock climber.
Oh my, you're parkour up there?
Yes.
Hey man,
Dude, I've climbed every single building in Flagstaff, downtown Flagstaff. It would have taken me a second.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
I even proved it to you when we went to.
No.
Remember when we went to Bisbee?
No, I don't know because I don't have. I
Yeah, and I
No.
climbed up that.
I know, but
fucking
I gotta
building.
see the infrastructure there. I don't
It's
know.
a balcony.
I don't know. I don't know where it's at.
Beams everywhere.
Anyways, that's one time.
That's the first time. Second time, literally the exact same thing.
What'd you do though to clean? You don't clean yourself off?
Of course I did. No, I went right back in the line.
You don't. But you don't smell it. You don't smell
Yes,
it.
of course you smell it.
Dude, that's.
I went to the
insane.
bathroom. I changed shirts. I got a different shirt, and I just fucking grabbed the hand soap, and it's god, all over. Yeah, it fucking happens. Happens more often than not.
That's the worst story. How do we end this? We are. I don't want to end it, but I.
No, yeah.
The longer we go.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Well, I'm only asking
No,
because I'm trying to think of all the.
How do you usually end it?
Oh, there's no rules. I just go naturally. I just go like, "What's up, man?" Like, usually some people have something to plug. Like the most recent one, they have things to plug in. Like they have a show coming up at like the fairgrounds or album release.
Sure.
It's like it depends.
I've got nothing. Listen, if you go to Culinary Dropout, ask for me. Say hi.
The one on Grant.
It's the only one on Grant. Yeah.
Yeah. There's another one.
Only
right?
one in Tucson. There's 4 in Phoenix. I'm the only one in Tucson though.
There has to be. Oh no.
Tucson.
There's another culinary dropout though elsewhere.
No.
Is this Grant?
It's just Grant.
Thinking of cereal grillers.
No. There's a different client. Oh, I'm thinking Phoenix.
Yes, there's 4 in
I'm
Phoenix.
in Phoenix. Yeah, my mind's in Phoenix. I went to 2 in Phoenix with Brandon.
Tell you what. How about we leave everyone excited for something for the next time?
Sure,
What's something
sure.
you want to talk about for next time?
Oh, well, there's a lot of things I want to talk about. I haven't seen you so long. I don't want to get. I wasn't quite sure how personal you wanted to get and how deep you wanted to get because some people want to, cut some things out. So you have nothing going on so far. You said as of right now. You did also bring up the point that you no longer foresee yourself because they are going to be probably curious if they're even listening. If people are listening,
Sure.
You're not even. You don't have a curiosity for the live.
No.
Yeah, and I get it.
No.
What does the future hold for you and Zoe? Is it Zoe?
Yeah, it's Zoe.
Is Zoe
Zoe
de Chanel, new girl? No, he's watching it too. He's back on it too.
She's watching it. I just watch it as well because I've seen it, but I'm watching 30 Rock with her, and I love 30 Rock.
We've watched it as well, dude.
Yeah,
we're
it's
watching
great.
it again.
It's great,
and it's good.
Yeah. I'm watching a new show called From. Oh, you ever watch Lost?
Yeah.
Okay. From on MGM Plus on Amazon. It's a subscription thing, but you can just do the free trial thing. Phenomenal.
Is it from the same writers?
Yes.
But pick and
Fucking
choose.
terrifying.
Pick and choose, man. From or the other show you asked me to watch.
Which one?
Earlier during the podcast, you said.
Metalocalypse?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta watch Metalocalypse.
I know, but I gotta prioritize my.
Metalocalypse. Watch Metalocalypse.
I'm Southern. Can you do accents?
Yeah, but I start crying.
What the heck?
It's a really weird thing. If I
let's try to do before. And so many things I want to end on. I'm trying to think of people who want to listen. Oh, so music is out of the question from now on, but we still do music, vocals, for fun. I'm asking for my self stuff.
I don't know.
for fun.
No, yeah, maybe for
Like,
fun, yeah.
It's for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Like whenever I write my
Yeah.
my second album, when I finish it, I haven't even started yet. But when I do, I'm like, all right, yeah. You want to fuck around? Fuck around.
Yeah, I can fuck
It's
around.
just for fucking around. It's not like fucking.
I mean, send it over. I'll listen to it.
Yeah, it's not.
I listen to all of your. I listen to your solo stuff.
Let's get into that.
Yeah.
You never got back into me that.
No, I did not.
Yeah, I know.
I don't remember why either. I think this.
Mother.
Okay. Okay.
Don't.
No, I do
Okay,
remember.
yeah.
This was after my whole breakup with my last relationship. That whole year after my breakup was. We can definitely talk about that next time.
You sure? Do it now.
You want to do it? All right.
No, now. Because like now,
Let's do it
and
right
then
now.
we're gonna get into like after this, easy.
Yeah.
And like this, we'll talk about your breakup. I wasn't quite sure if you wanted to bring that up. That's why. That's why I didn't bring it up.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll talk about that, and then we'll also talk about your opinion. Don't hold back, you whore.
On.
My album.
Okay.
I don't care. Say this sucks, that sucks.
All right.
I don't give a fuck. But be gentle. But don't hold back as well.
So
let's bring your girlfriend first.
I know. No, I am.
no,
I
sorry.
am.
Sorry.
I am.
Alright.
Ironically, we were trying to talk about this.
I was avoiding the whole thingy.
We were trying to talk about this, which actually it relates to the whole breakup thing. So,
Michael Cera?
no, not fucking Michael. No, the genre of music, the mumble rap. Okay, you know.
So I went to topics. If you're open to it.
yeah.
Your emotional state
Yeah.
with the breakup
Yeah.
of your previous relationship, and then your opinion, genuine opinion.
So-
don't hurt me, but hurt me. So I don't care.
I will tell you.
Second one.
So I think I remember there was a point where I talked to you a little bit after my breakup.
We
Right?
hung out. You never.
We did.
You were that blacked out. We
No.
partied hard.
It was hilarious.
Take that part out.
Oh.
Take that part out.
All right, take the part out. Okay, I do remember. Okay,
Thank God you're here.
so you remember? I remember as well. We were hanging out after my breakup. I remember that day, distinctly.
Do you remember what I told you? I see you with a blue-eyed, blonde-haired lady.
Yes. Yes.
Blue
Dirty
eyes?
blonde. Yeah.
Still blue-eyed, blonde hair, dog.
She's naturally brown hair.
Still blonde.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Point is, so throughout that entire process, I told you how it ended, right? It was. I'm not going to go into the minutia of why, but I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you how. Like, it was 3 days. I moved out of that place in I found an apartment in 3 days. I moved out. I brought everything that was mine, and I moved into that apartment. After that, that's when I started working as a server, and I would go out every single night to just a bar, hanging out with someone. Ironically, when my fiance Zoe, her twin brother, I met at work. He was a server as well, and we got along superbly. His name's Aaron. Awesome fucking guy.
Shout out, Aaron.
Shout out fucking Aaron, yes. But we would hang out all of the time after work. He would tell me all of his problems, and I would just listen. You know, it was always a great time that we'd go to Danny's every night after work, and I would hang out with all the servers and everything, and it was crazy because it was a brand new lifestyle. Because the entire time I went through college, even prior to that, I would always be in a relationship, some way, shape, or form. Even the entire time we were playing music, I had somebody. You know, I was always in a relationship. And this year that I wasn't, I took full advantage of that. I didn't want to be with anybody. I didn't want to see anybody. I just wanted to be by myself. And this isn't the cheesy. I'm discovering myself. You know, I want to really learn about. No, I knew about myself. I knew what kind of person I was. I just wanted to enjoy myself. I just wanted to, enjoy the time that I had without having to deal with anybody or anything, which is exactly what I did. And I will be completely honest. I'm very glad I went through that year of just messing around and having fun. And God, it was unbelievable. It was amazing. It was what I needed before I started the next step in my life. And I always get asked, how did I cope after the breakup? How did I deal with that? Because that was a long relationship. It was a very long, it was almost 4 years. And I tell everybody, like, I didn't deal with it. I didn't do anything because I didn't need to do anything. I accepted it. I accepted what happened for what it happened. I accepted the situation. I accepted the circumstances, and I moved on. There was no point in my thought process where I thought, you know what, maybe I should talk this through with somebody, with her. Maybe I should figure out. Maybe I should get some closure. No, you don't. You don't need any of that. And my closure, my release, my everything was that year of just enjoying and having fun. And golly, if I didn't have that year, I would not be where I am today. Yeah. Yeah.
Golly.
By golly.
Golly.
But it was great, you know. It was a lot of fun. And I'm fucking glad it's over.
Jess hates this, but I always say it, and it's just Frederick Douglass. Without adversity, there's no progress.
Yep.
I know it's just this reality of human nature, human biology, just the world in general. Without destruction, there's no. I mean, look at yeah. So it was pretty amazing when we hung out. You handled that rapid, with ease. But I wasn't with you.
No, yeah.
All throughout the whole time.
Yeah.
I was only with you for one period of a moment of the time. But you understand this.
Yeah.
You're very fortunate that you have a foundation, which is your family. You have a big family, which is very supportive, and they're all together still. That's a huge advantage to almost all society in the United States. I'm not quite sure about Europe and anywhere else.
Sure, yeah.
But you are well aware that what you have is the most valuable thing so far in anybody's household is commutative. Is that you want to say that?
Yeah.
Family, you know that.
I know that. Yeah, of course.
That's your biggest asset.
But yeah,
in my mind,
that was the thing. I had to.
Yeah.
If I didn't, I would have been going down the road of self-destruction.
Yeah.
I had to.
But you have your sisters, your dad, your mom. We can rely on, which is I'm saying that your biggest asset is your family, which is that's a thing to be proud of. Man.
Oh, of course.
It's the biggest thing to be proud of.
Of course.
Because there's a lot of people in the world that are like, man, I wish I had that. It's just the coolest thing. It's like house, for sure. People have houses, but they don't have a fucking family. It's
true.
That's wild. Isn't that crazy to say? It should be the opposite.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But
during that phase though, and I didn't realize this until after the fact, but until literally after I met Zoe. But I was genuinely depressed. And I think I had never felt I didn't recognize it. That's the thing. Even going through that entire year of solitude, I didn't realize I never understood what depression was. I never felt it. But after thinking about it, I was pretty sad. I was pretty bummed.
What was the realization when you did notice that?
The music I was listening to.
Jason Mraz?
No, God, no. Suicide Boys.
Sam Smith.
Suicide Boys.
They're pretty good.
They're phenomenal.
They're pretty upbeat, though.
You ever listen to music? You listen to music?
This one. Superstar Boys in the club. I know that one.
I remember I was hanging out. So I was hanging out with Zoe's son brother, Aaron.
Hold on. Remember the apartment Happy moved into, that tiny ass one where you started your Twitch channel?
Yeah.
How tiny it was? I'm picturing you there in bed. Suicide Boys. You weren't there though, but my mind is thinking about you and the Suicide Boys.
Yeah.
You moved out of there pretty quick.
Yeah, I had to. But so I got into this new style of music from Aaron. Aaron loves Suicide Boys. He loves Young Lean, all those artists. And then I started to fall into that rabbit hole. And the first song, if anybody knows, I'm sure if I say this song, everyone's gonna know it. Antarctica by Suicide Boys. Holy shit.
Locked in my room, 4 black walls, tied the noose, no recall, no result, fuck withdraw, rather shoot up till I fall.
And we're back.
Yeah.
No, because I see the frequency waves. I could cut that out and then we resume. So
that song, God, it hit me. And you're gonna listen to this song.
Yeah.
And you will understand completely what I'm talking about. So they took it out of, they used a sample from the artist Deadmau5. Yeah. So they used a sample of one of his songs, and I heard it in the car. He wasn't showing it to me. He was just playing it. And I listened to it. I'm like, oh my God, what is this song? And then he told me the artist, told me the song name, and I just fell head over heels for a completely new genre of music to which initially I despised.
I remember.
I despised hip hop. I despised
you
it.
despise specifically mumble rap.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I got to a certain point where I was listening to a lot of Aesop Rock. Not ASAP Rocky. He fucking sucks. Aesop Rock.
Not the same?
No, they're two different artists.
Yeah, that's me, dude.
No, Aesop Rock.
I don't care, though.
He's a genuinely incredible musician and producer.
How intriguing is that? Is that like, because of state of mind, you can become malleable to certain things.
Yeah.
Things, not just music, anything.
Anything.
And that's when you hear the situation where, like, when people are vulnerable, they get taken advantage of.
Sure.
And you're in a malleable state, and you just... It's not a bad thing.
No.
But
It's what happened.
It's a good thing, though, because now you have a new dimension of your character of a different music genre that I'm not aware of. So it's pretty cool.
But do you know how I came to that realization that I was depressed, that I was alone? Like, you know how I came to that? I was listening to the same songs that I would listen to on repeat, and there's that feeling that I got.
Yeah.
It brought me back to that same point in my life. There's another song by Suicide Boys. I'm blanking on the name right now, but when I listen to that song, it brings me back to that same emotional state that I was in when I first fell in love with it.
Yes. Yeah. So is that a good thing or bad thing? Like, you can't listen to it now.
Good. I'll still listen to it now.
Okay.
I'll still listen to it now because that's really fun. Like, aside from all the reasons why I love listening to metal music or whatever music, just music in general will do that for you.
Oh yeah. There's certain songs I can't listen to because I'm just like, I don't want to go back to that place again.
Yeah.
Good or bad?
It does. Yeah, exactly.
I was like, that's old me. I don't want to go back there.
But music will do that.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So that this one song that I would listen to, just I remember the scent that I remember what I was smelling. I remember what I was feeling.
This is the song that helped you
get through whatever the hell I was getting through. That same emotion that I was feeling at the time.
And shout out Aaron. He's the one that showed you that.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then,
huge.
And
then Zoe loves the exact same genre.
But is this when he's like, hey man, I got a sister?
No. So fun enough, he never talked about his sister.
Yeah, what's twin, you know?
Right.
Actually, it's the opposite. Actually, you would want to talk about your twin, actually. Or maybe he wants so much separation.
He was more preoccupied with the relationship that he's in now.
Yeah.
When we would talk, that was the conversation that we would have. We would either be talking at a bar or we'd play golf.
So I'm going to get into still like, you were on repeat, that song, and I'm so happy you get through the depression. How long did it last for? A year?
About a year, yeah.
And nobody told you were depressed. You just figured it out on your own.
No, yeah, nobody really...
Your sisters, your dad, your mom, like nobody, because you talk to them often.
Yeah, no.
They weren't like, hey, you're acting fucking weird.
Because I wasn't.
Well, because you're being smart. You're really hiding it. But your dad...
But I don't think I was doing it intentionally either.
Yeah,
That's the thing. I think I wasn't. I was drowning myself with so many things. I got very much into magic. You know, I hung out with my friends. I made a lot of friends too. I made a lot of, lifelong friends as well.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it was a great thing. Yeah. I think I never sat back and kind of just noticed it. I really wasn't paying attention too closely to it. I was really paying attention to what I was doing, how I was feeling for like that day, but I never overanalyzed, what was actually going on.
But there's a moment in your life where you're like, oh fuck, I am depressed.
I think I didn't realize it.
You just got over it?
No, yeah.
And once you saw the light, you're like, oh fuck, okay, I get it.
Well, it's thinking back on it. It happens for everybody. It happens for all of us. When you reminisce about a time where, a perfect example, when I was telling you, I got pissed on twice. I will tell you, when that happened, I was fucking pissed. I was irate.
Hilarious, huh? Ironic.
Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, that's funny.
When I got pissed on, I got pissed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny as hell.
That's a good shirt. With Charlie Brown pissing on Snoopy. Mm-hmm. When I got pissed on, I got pissed.
Yeah.
And it's Snoopy, and Charlie Brown.
But the point is that when you think back on certain events like that, like you remember the emotion that you were feeling then, but you don't reenact the same emotion. You always think of it in a different light. Because first and foremost, thank God you're not doing this. You're not in the same situation, right? Like thankfully you're not getting pissed on again as you were talking about it. and it hopefully never happens again.
But it did for you 3 times.
Yeah.
Because I gotta pee so bad.
Go pee. Go pee.
How'd you know she was the one?
Dude.
Via Jess quote.
Jess, you want to take this spot? I'll tell you. I'll tell you all about it. Tell you all about it.
That's when I knew he was the one. Grab that.
Yeah?
ass. Yeah.
Nice.
Plump butt.
So, I'll tell you how we met first.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you how we met. She was violent. Huh. That ass? Jesus. So after so-and-so time of knowing her brother, of hanging out with her brother, being a really good friend with her brother, not once. I think he might have mentioned her maybe like twice.
Yeah.
In almost the entire year that I've known him, the entire year that we would go out and everything, like we're talking, like he's only mentioned her twice. And what I knew from her was that she was in a relationship.
Ooh.
Okay. And then 3 months before we met, they break up. And it was a bad breakup. It was another long relationship, all that stuff, you know. And then I'm working one night. I'm not a server anymore. At this point, I got promoted to a shift lead, is what we call it. But it's if anybody knows it, keys, I guess. And then I'm sitting at the bar. I'm writing in my notes for the day, and she's sitting there with my bartender. One of my bartenders is to my left, and then her friend is sitting right next to her, and then her friend is Zoe, who's sitting at the very end. And I'm sitting there, and we're just kind of talking, you know, casually, just, you know, shooting the shit, essentially. Then she looks at me. She's like, "Hey, are you Tiago?" Yeah. I'm like, "Oh, Aaron talks all about you to me." I'm like, "Cool. Who are you?" I had no stinking clue. And then she told me who she was, and like, "Oh, you're his sister." Oh, there we go. So then we start talking, and literally at that point, bartender right here is gone, and then Zoe's friend right here, and then Zoe's right there, and we're just eye contact, talking the whole fucking time. We were like, this person, they're not there anymore. She was there the whole time, just right here. And then, you know, she was very persistent. Oh my God, persistent. And after, you know, we closed the place down, she invites me to her place.
Oh.
We were going to go to a different bar, and then she's like, "Why don't you just come over?" I'm like, "Okay." And then I go over to her place, and it was it was a crazy night. Nothing happened because her grandmother fell.
Oh fuck!
Next door. So Zoe at the time was living in a little casita next to her grandmother, and her grandmother fell, and she's like, "I swear this never happens." So she went over and helped her up, and then, but even still, like, you know, just kind of I was just there.
Yeah.
And after that day, we were inseparable.
Aw.
We saw each other every single day.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even kidding in the slightest. Every single day.
That's awesome.
And as far as when I knew she was the one, I don't know. I don't think there was any specific moment. I think it's just it was just the entire our entire time together. The entire experience was just genuine, beautiful, just incredible, and so much fun. Like she makes me laugh, and like I will laugh.
Yeah.
I've never no one makes me laugh. I mean, women don't make me laugh. They're no offense, but you're not funny.
I know. I know.
But Aaron, if I could marry Aaron, I would.
No.
Guess what I did? I married his twin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think Aaron hyped you up because he liked you so much? Like, hey, I would love my sister to.
Well, you guys were like best friends for that year.
Yeah. No.
I think he
helped each other out.
Hey, I would love my sister to marry this guy.
I don't think so. I think what it was that he would just always talk to her about me without, like, she was like, "Oh, I want to meet this guy. Like, who's this person who is just completely like hanging out with my twin brother, bringing him out of his shell or whatever, and just always, you know, always being there, like being a good friend. Like, who is this person? I want to meet him." That was her whole thing. Like, she had known me the entire time that I knew her twin brother. So she already had this sort of fantastical idea of what kind of person I was before we even met. And lo and behold, I was exactly the type of person that she thought I was.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, again, like I don't know what the instance was when I just knew. I just knew, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You are a lover though.
I am.
It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
No, I know.
It's better to be a lover than the opposite.
That's true.
100%.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Now you should have seen you should have heard the way I proposed to her. Maverick's mimicking me and pretending that I'm crying like a little bitch.
Here, I'll switch.
You want to vent, Jess?
Well, we have 2 hours.
Ooh, all right, we're gonna wrap this up. But all right,
The last part. So what I was doing was he said, "What'd you say about how you proposed to her?"
yeah.
And I was like this. Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, it's not a bad thing. It's just like you're so in love, you're crying.
No, yeah, but you want me to
And
tell
you can't
you?
breathe.
You want me to tell you though, right?
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you real fast.
I wanted to.
Obviously, I had the ring about a month prior to me asking her proposed. Before I proposed, and I went to her parents to do the traditional thing to ask her father for his blessing and mother and everything, and it wasn't even. By the way, love her brother, love her parents, whole family.
That's so cool, man.
Whole family. I've never been in a relationship, never ever in my whole fucking life I've been in a relationship where I loved their parents. Both her parents, Jude and Laura,
Cool as fuck.
Unbelievable people. Unbelievable people. Incredible human beings. Like the way you love my parents, same. That's how I feel through it. So
yeah.
So when I asked them, like, it wasn't even like a thought in my head, like, what if they say no? Like, what if they don't like? It was a yes.
Yeah, it was
instantly.
pretty weird for that. Yeah. So yeah.
So I asked them, and I told them what my plan was. I told them I remember you two talking about how you guys proposed, and I was at a hike.
Wait. Oh, them.
Them. Her parents.
Yes.
That's what I remember.
Yes.
And you told me how you guys proposed, and it was on a hike in front of a waterfall in Massachusetts.
Oh, smart.
I want to do it in the same place. And they loved the idea. Absolutely loved it. So, flash forward a month later, we're in Massachusetts. It's the third day of the trip. And on this third day, Zoe wanted to go on this hike. She thought it was her idea to go on this hike.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't say shit.
That's hilarious.
I didn't say anything. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Yep. No, let's do it.
At this point, where is the ring?
It is in my it's my bag. I have like a little cross guard bag.
Yeah.
It's in there the whole time. I was on my person the entire trip.
Sounds like so much pressure. No, go ahead. Go.
So we do this hike, right? And obviously Zoe has no clue. So she's not dressed up. She's dressed for a hike, nothing more. We get to the bottom. It's a steep motherfucker too. It's steep. It was a good hike. We get to the bottom and we see the waterfall. Beautiful waterfall. But it's blocked off because someone had died there the year before. Yeah, right? Oh, thank you. And so we do the rebellious thing. Well, first off, we're looking at, and I look at her dad. Go like this.
Me?
No, I went like that.
No.
I went like that to him, and he was like,
Oh no.
So that was the signal. Like we're just gonna walk past the
Damn,
barricade.
I'm so pressured.
Go down the waterfall, and then her dad it was perfect. Her dad did it perfectly. He's like, all right, we're gonna do this real quick, take some pictures, and then we're just gonna get out. So we take pictures of them first, and then we go up, and holding them the whole
crazy.
time. And then while we're up there, I just can't hold them. I'm like, you ready? She's like, what? You ready? And then I get down on one knee. Yeah.
So did her father record it? Film it?
Her mom, I think her mom filmed it, and her dad was taking all the pictures.
Cool.
Or maybe the other way
so
around.
you have the film,
I think so.
the video, film, the
The
fuck?
film,
1980s
film.
and shit.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you call that? Recorded, whatever.
Yeah.
So you have it recorded,
Mhm.
dude. That's like cool, man.
I know. Yeah. So
I know.
No, it was. I mean, when was the last
Yeah.
time anybody brought, like, she loved not only does she love that it was the same hike that her parents went on and they got proposed,
But they're there.
but they're there too.
Wait, where's your parents?
They're in Flagstaff.
Yeah, I know that, but like, but they knew about the whole situation.
Everybody knew. Yeah, everybody, yeah.
That is where we should end it.
Perfect.
Because it's a beautiful story. It just shows your character and your thought processes. Or processes. Processes. Yeah, you know how we should have started? In Spanish.
In Spanish, yeah. Next
no,
one
100%.
in Spanish.
We should start in Spanish for like 5 minutes.
God.
And be like, what the fuck? And we'll have subtitles. The whole time. Bienvenidos? What the hell?
You gotta do it formal. The only Spanish that I know is formal. I grew up formal Spanish.
Oh, you're right. Mine's slang.
Yeah, you grew up ghetto Spanish.
You're right.
I grew up formal Spanish. Bienvenidos al podcast.
Well, bienvenidos is formal.
Yeah, very
so
formal.
I'd be like, so ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué estás haciendo ahorita?
No, pues estoy sentando aquí hablando con vos.
La verdad. Pero sí. Tune into the next episode with Tiago. We'll try to do the... Hey guys, this is Tiago Fernandez. He's my former vocalist. He's my friend.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is dysFUNctional Podcast, and this is Tiago Fernandez. And thank you for listening to dysFUNctional.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah.
Are you still practicing cleans too?
Ooh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he was pretty good at it.
I love. Oh yeah.
But you can always get better, obviously. Yeah, never like.